Hi, guys. Welcome to my time capsule. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Tagore Nata Diningrat, and my brothers and sisters, my mom and dad, they all call me Dooley. And my niece and nephews, who I love very much, they call me Dada. And my uni friends, okay, university friends, they call me Otong. Yeah, Otong. And my grandchildren, they call me Abba. Okay, in this, my concept or this time capsule I'm talking about is I would like to share with you the advertising industry. I mean, I've been working in the advertising industry since 1976, and now it's 19. Now it's 2022. My God, that's a long time. So what I want to do is I actually want to share with you guys because in those days and now it is totally different. Really, really different. Okay, so let's start basic. Okay, my last year in the uni, I only had one subject to do. Okay, and it was like on every Friday, I had this subject in Bandung in Unpad. I actually went to Unpad, which is at that time called majoring in publicistic, which is now maybe FICOM, and I was majoring in journalism. So I had 1 year. I had one subject to go. And then, of course, I didn't feel right. So I said to myself, oh my God, I think I got to get a job. And so when I decided to get a job, I remember my friend, okay, Haidir Hassan, almarhum, may he rest in peace. He said to me, hey Tong, lo daripada nganggur-nganggur, cuman kerja kuliah doang satu ini. In the meantime, why don't you work? I said, yeah, where? Where would I work? I mean, come. Walk about ka ba? Datanglah ka office saya deh. Because I work in an advertising agency. Maybe you can do something there. I said, oh yeah, okay, I might as well do that. So I said, I took his advice, and one of those days, I think it was on a Monday, all right, I went down to Block M, and I wanted to see him. He was working at O&M, Ogilvy Mather, and those days it was Indoad. That was the only advertising agency, that was the only office basically with a red door. So it was easy to find. So I went there, okay, I knocked on the door, and I went inside, and I met the receptionist. And she said, can I help you? I said, yeah, I'm looking for my friend Haidir. Oh, Haidir's not in. He's at New Zealand. He's training. Training? For how long? Well, he's been out for about a year now. And when will he be back? I said, well, I don't know, maybe another year or so. Oh my God, there goes my chance, I said. And during when I was talking to the receptionist, a bule walked in, okay? He passed and he had to pass me and he asked to Melly, who was the reception, do you have any problems? And then she said, no, this guy is looking for Haidir Hassan. So the bule says, oh, you know Haidir? Yeah, I know him. Why? No, I was just wondering, maybe I can, I don't know, maybe I can work here or whatnot. Okay, you want to work here? Yeah. All right, come to my office. So I followed him, went down and sat down in front of him in his office. And he said to me, his name was Brian Quirk. He was the managing director of O&M or Indoad at that time. And so he asked me, okay, do you know anything about advertising? And then I said to him, no. But my background is journalism, so I know a bit about headline, subhead, body copy, and all that. So he said, okay, fine, this is what you do. He gave me a book. Here, read it. Then I looked at the title and it says OBM on advertising. Ogilvy, Benson, and Mather on advertising. And he said, you read the book and in 1 week's time you come back again. All right, then we'll talk. Okay, thank you, Brian. See you next week. All right. So I left. Then the next week, on a Monday, I was back at Indoad again. I was there like about 8 o'clock, maybe 5 to 8. So I sat down at the receptionist, the chairs in front of him, and then I waited about till 8:10 or what. Then he popped in. And in those days, okay, I mean at least Indoad, okay, the office hours was 8 to 4 with 1 hour lunch hour, all right? And so it's like 35 hours only. Saturday is off. And so he said, okay, come, go to my office. So I went down and went and sat in front of him in his office, right? So he offered me coffee and whatnot, and he said, "Okay, Tagore, did you read the book?" I said, "Of course I read the book. Do you have any questions?" And then I said, picking up the book he gave me, he says, "Yeah, I got one question." And he said, "What's that one question?" "Okay, listen, you gave me a book on OBM on advertising. Ogilvy, Benson, Mather on advertising. Now I'm sitting here, okay, in this office, which is only O&M. My question is, what happened to Benson?" He laughed. He didn't say anything. He just laughed and he said, "Okay, go upstairs and see the creative guy." All right, so I went upstairs and saw the creative guy. And I met the creative guy. His name was John Archer. I learned a lot from him. He was copy based, okay? I learned a lot from him. Thank you, John. So he only said to me, I mean, the interview was this, I mean, okay, he said, "Okay, pick up this magazine. You choose 5 best advertising you like, 5 best advertising you don't like. I'll give you 15 minutes. Okay, so he left me for 15 minutes. And, of course, I smoked while reading it. Hey, guys, in those days, okay, you can actually smoke inside the office. Because when I went upstairs, I went to the studio, and basically like about 50% was smoking. I said, "Oh, this is nice, okay. I wouldn't mind working here." Okay, and after 15 minutes, he said, "Okay, Tagore, what's your 5 favorite ads?" I told him this and this and this and this, and I told him why. This and this and this and this. "Okay, and what's the 5 ads you don't like?" So I told him, I gave him the 5 ads I don't like. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out of the 5, 3 ads were basically O&M's work. Right? And I said, and he said, "Why don't you like them?" I told him, okay, this should be this, that. Then basically I was just telling me everything what I had in my mind. I just split it out. And basically, I was just only thinking, right? I mean, there was nothing wrong or right. I mean, I didn't know what was right or what was wrong, basically, right? But I just told the truth, I guess. And so he said, "Okay, just go downstairs again. You just wait." Okay, so I went downstairs again, sat in front of the receptionist, and about 5 minutes, Brian Quirk, he called me in. He says, "Okay, I had a chat with you. John Archer had a chat with you. When can you start working?" My God, I said, "Is this it?" And he says, well, I don't know. Anytime, maybe next week? Yeah, fine. You're coming in again next week at 8 o'clock sharp. And I said to myself, "Oh, okay." Then I went home. On the way home, I said, my God, I mean, is that the way it is, right? And then I thought to myself, I guess, it's totally different, guys. I mean, nowadays, I mean, you got to have all your CFEs. I mean, I've gone through thousands of CFEs, okay, and you had to tell them exactly where you went to school, this and that, this and this and this. You had to show your portfolio and all that. And there was Sarjana Satu, Sarjana Dua, and all that. And I said to myself, "Oh my God, this is totally different." In those days, because maybe now the competition is really competitive. Because in my days, right, there was less of a competition, I guess, right? And so I said to myself, "Oh, okay, I must have been the right guy at the right time, at the right place." Okay, and I said, "Oh, thank you for that. Thank you, God," because that was my interview. And then after that, okay, I went in. Then I sort of like studied the agency, what it was like. And when I looked around, I was there like about on my first week. I sort of observed everything, right? And they had 3 departments, which everybody knows. Okay, they got the AE, they got the media, and they got the creative. In those days, it was just that, those 3 basic pillars. Okay, and when I looked around, all the AEs, okay, they were basically Sumatrans. Okay, there was Padang and there was Batak. And I said to myself, "Oh, okay, O&M has done their homework." Then when I went to the media or the finance, where basically most of them were Chinese, Indonesian. I said, my God, O&M really is doing their homework. And of course, in the creative department, they were all Javanese. All Javanese. I was the only one that was Sundanese. But then, I mean, we're from Java, right? So I said to myself, oh, O&M has actually done their homework. You know, the AEs were all Sumatrans, so they can actually sell. The Chinese, Indonesians, okay, they were very, very good at numbers. And the Javanese, okay, we were good at crafting. And so I said, oh, okay, I guess basically it was like that. But I wasn't so sure, right, how it was like in those days. Only thing I remember was, okay, in those days, one of the local big agencies was Intervista, which is also in Block M. And there was Lintas, which is which is Unilever now. And I'm not so sure if there was Fortune or whatnot. I'm not so sure, right? But I forgot. But the only ones I remember was those three, okay? I mean, Intervista, Lintas, and I don't know else. And also the Indoad. So what I want to say to you guys was, okay, if you're working in an advertising agency, okay, I think you should be grateful. You should be thankful because now it's a lot easier than it was like 42 years ago, right? Way back in the 1976. It's totally different. Okay, there were maybe plus and minuses. Maybe it's a lot more difficult to sort of like apply for a job in the advertising business because the competition is really bad. It's really hard. Where in those days there was less much of a competition. But anyways, okay, that was 1976. The first job I got was the advertising agency, right? And so next week, okay, I'll be talking about how we made magazine or black and white, color, all print related materials in those days, okay? And it's totally different, guys. So, I mean, if you like what you see, okay, please don't forget to LSS, which is basically like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell button. This is the first video, and I'll see you on the next video. So, guys, whatever you're doing, okay, have a blast. Okay, do your best and have a blast and peace. See you on my next video. Bye.